Scotland's reputation as one of the most haunted places on Earth isn't without reason. For centuries, this land has been steeped in tragedy and darkness. From the witch trials of the 1500s to clan massacres that soaked the soil with blood, Scotland's past is written in violence. Ancient burial grounds dot the landscape. Battlefields where thousands fell remain restless. The land itself seems to remember every dark deed committed upon it. Paranormal investigators from around the world flock to Scotland, drawn by reports of apparitions, unexplained sounds, and violent spiritual encounters that defy explanation. The question isn't whether Scotland is haunted, it's whether the dead will ever find peace. A team of paranormal investigators experiences a violent encounter with one of Edinburgh's most notorious spirits. The following video comes from the popular travel channel series Ghost Adventures.
God, right
guys,
here.
I'm feeling it too.
There's a burst of energy right here.
It's not on. It's not on.
The team had traveled to Scotland to investigate the Edinburgh Vaults, a network of underground chambers beneath South Bridge. Built in 1788, these vaults were originally used as storage space and workshops for merchants.
I don't even know where we are. Are we still by his room?
It's on.
Okay.
However, as conditions deteriorated, they became home to Edinburgh's poorest citizens. Here, families crammed into lightless, airless rooms with no sanitation. Disease was rampant. Many died in the darkness, including countless children. Among the spirits said to haunt these vaults, one stands above the rest in terms of violence and malevolence. According to local legend, Mr. Boots is believed to be one of the most violent spirits in the vaults, possibly a murderer who once kept a victim's body hidden in his room. He is described as a tall, imposing man wearing heavy, worn-out leather boots. For this reason, investigators approach his chamber with extreme caution.
You don't like us, Mr. Boots, huh? You don't like us?
Aaron, give me the EMF. Give me the EMF.
On this particular night, lead investigator Zach Bagans and his team decided to provoke the entity directly. Standing near what's believed to be Mr. Boots' room, they begin calling out to him, asking if he's present.
Are you here, Mr. Boots? Because you're the one they say attacks people really quick.
The response is immediate. One investigator complains of a sudden, intense headache.
My head hurts.
Stay right there next.
I got a headache.
Drop your camera.
The team quickly pulls out an EMF detector, a device that measures electromagnetic energy.
Oh, Nick. Oh my God, guys, I'm getting a spike. I just got a spike all the way up to an 8.
The readings spike rapidly. From a baseline of 2, the meter jumps to 8, then 10, then 15. Within seconds, it reaches 20, an unusually high reading. At the exact moment the EMF detector spikes, both investigators report being physically touched.
My arm
just grabbed my neck again.
Something just grabbed my arm too. Something just grabbed my arm.
Dude, it touched
And
my
I'm getting
neck
a spike.
again.
Stay.
One feels something grab his arm. The other feels pressure on his neck, as though invisible fingers are gripping him. The simultaneous physical contact and EMF spike led the team to believe they had just experienced a direct encounter with the spirit of Mr. Boots. Whether the entity was truly Mr. Boots or something else entirely remains unclear. But Mr. Boots isn't the only entity lurking in the darkness below Edinburgh. In another chamber of the same vault system, investigators would soon discover that some spirits don't just touch you, they trap you. A paranormal investigation team encounters something terrifying in another section of the Edinburgh Vaults while attempting to communicate with the dead.
Sucks because right when I walked in here with all the gear, I felt super uncomfortable.
The following video comes from the YouTube channel Project Fear. The same network of vaults that houses Mr. Boots contains other chambers, each with its own dark history. One of the most notorious is the Wiccan Chamber. This room is believed to contain a trapped entity within its stone circle, placed there by modern witches who once practiced in the vaults during the 1990s. According to local accounts, when the witches abandoned the space, they closed their protection circle and inadvertently offered the chamber to a malevolent spirit. This particular room has gained a dark reputation among paranormal investigators. On this night, the The team decides to experiment in this chamber. One investigator sits blindfolded in the center of the stone circle, wearing headphones connected to a spirit communication device. He cannot hear his teammates who stand outside asking questions to whatever might be present.
Was this circle what brought you here?
The responses coming through the device are unsettling. But then, without warning,
He's not.
a loud crash echoes from deep within the vaults. The team rushes into the hallway, shining their lights in both directions. Nothing appears out of place. They decide to continue asking questions from the corridor.
Did you hear anything else come through there, Alex?
No.
You said not here, and it sounded like...
Leaving their friend alone in the chamber. That's when things take a darker turn. The blindfolded investigator begins to complain that something feels wrong.
Oh my God.
Dude, did he get up? Wait, why was there movement like he got up?
Dude, I felt lightheaded and then a pressure in like the back of my neck and head.
He reports feeling lightheaded and a strange pressure at the back of his neck, as though someone is gripping his head.
Oh, huge noise.
Oh my God. Get out.
Then comes a second crash, louder than the first. This one seems closer, more aggressive. Terrified, they rush in and pull him out of the room. According to the team, those who enter the stone circle are said to wake up with scratches the next morning, and they weren't willing to risk staying any longer. So what exactly was making those sounds? And what was affecting the investigator while he sat in that circle? Until the team returns with answers, this remains unexplained. The horrors beneath Edinburgh's streets are well documented, but venture into Scotland's remote wilderness, and you'll find that the dead don't need ancient vaults to make their presence known. Sometimes, all they need is an old shelter and a stormy night. Two hikers find themselves trapped overnight in a remote Scottish shelter where something inside proves far more frightening than the storm outside. The following video comes from the YouTube channel Adventure Outdoors. On the night before Halloween, two friends set out for an overnight hiking trip to an old bothy in the southern uplands of Scotland. Bothies are free shelters scattered throughout the Scottish wilderness, offering no modern amenities like running water or electricity. This particular structure dates back to at least 1850. According to the hikers, previous visitors had reported hearing screams during the night, and one person claimed to have seen a face at the window so terrifying that he fled in panic. Despite these stories, the two men remained skeptical. As a storm approached that evening, they settled inside for the night, certain they had nothing to fear. That confidence would soon disappear. While sitting at a table reading through the bothy's guest book, something unexpected happens. The door behind them begins to move on its own.
Spotless. Whoa, hold on a minute.
One of them grabs his camera and approaches for a closer look. Without warning, the door slams shut with tremendous force. Startled, both men rush out of the room. After calming down, they attempt to rationalize what just occurred. They convince themselves it must have been caused by the storm winds outside. Then, it happens again. As they sit discussing the incident, a chair in the corner of the room begins to move.
No, I'm not looking at it. It's moving, right?
The sound of it dragging across the floor is clearly audible. This continues repeatedly, each scraping noise more unsettling than the last. The hikers are visibly shaken. With the storm raging outside and no way to leave safely, the two have no choice but to spend the night with whatever entity shares the bothy with them. Whether the movements were caused by something paranormal or can be explained by natural forces remains unclear.
That is moving.
Bothies aren't the only abandoned structures where the past refuses to stay buried. Scattered across the Scottish countryside are countless derelict cottages, each with its own dark history. And in some of them, the former residents never really left. Two explorers spend the night camping near a derelict Scottish cottage known for its disturbing paranormal activity, only to discover they're not alone. The following video comes from the YouTube channel Exploring Undercover. Two friends decided to camp overnight near what they call the Ghostface Cottage, an abandoned structure in Scotland where they had previously captured something unexplained on camera. Scotland's remote cottages and lodges are notorious for their haunted histories, with visitors reporting everything from ghostly apparitions to objects moving on their own. This particular cottage had gained notoriety after the explorers filmed what appeared to be a face in one of the windows during a previous visit. On this occasion, they set up camp on a nearby beach, planning to investigate the cottage after dark. While attempting to build a fire in the late afternoon, something unusual happens. Unbeknownst to them at the time, their camera captures ghostly figures moving inside the cottage in the background. As night falls, they make their way to the cottage. Inside, they begin exploring the debris-filled rooms, discovering old letters and personal belongings scattered throughout. While reading through, they suddenly hear something from the adjacent room. The sound is unmistakable.
There was model planes and stuff on the... Shh, shh, shh. What the fuck is going on?
Movement, as though something or someone is attempting to remain hidden. Startled, both men back away from the noise. Despite their fear, they continue exploring. They come across a particularly damaged room, its entrance blocked by broken chunks of wood and debris. Strange sounds begin emanating from within. Curiosity overcomes caution. One of them decides to peer through the wreckage for a closer look. Without warning, a loud noise erupts directly beside him.
Oh my God, David. Ah! Fuck me.
He shouts in shock, and both immediately decide to abandon the investigation and return to their tent. The combination of daytime figures captured on camera and the nighttime disturbances raises questions about what truly inhabits that abandoned cottage. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more mysterious encounters. As always, what's your stance on this? Paranormal or not? Let me know in the comments.